Today we are going to create a work of art inspired by the pop artist Romero Britto. So to start off with, you're going to draw a shape in the middle of your paper and then divide it into 4 to 6 different spaces, because inside of each area we are going to draw a different kind of pattern. I'm turning my circle into a smiley face because that's something anybody would recognize, which is part of pop art. The pop stands for popular. So that's anything somebody would recognize. And you could turn a circle into lots of things: a soccer ball, a basketball, a baseball, a planet, lots of things that anyone would recognize. But I chose a smiley face. I'm using paint sticks for this example, but you could use markers or crayons or colored pencils or whatever you have. After you spend some time working on whatever you draw in the middle, the main subject, you are going to fill in all of the different areas around your main subject with bright, colorful patterns. Romero Britto uses lots of really bright colors in his art. That's another key to pop art, is bright, bold colors, and oftentimes the bright, bold, dark outlines that we see here with the Sharpie. So whenever I outlined my lines in my main subject, I used a thick Sharpie, and I actually went around it 3 times so that the outline would be super thick and bold and help stand out from the patterns that I'm drawing in the background. So here I'm just using my bright colored paint sticks to draw patterns in each area. So again, step 1, choose something you like to draw in the middle. Step 2, divide your paper into 4 to 6 or a little bit more different areas to draw patterns. And then the next step is going to be to add your color in the main subject and then add those patterns. I'm actually going to show you another example where I use markers just to show you the difference. But once you're done coloring, if you're using paint sticks or something that would cover those black outlines, I do like to go back over them. So here I'm just taking a black paint stick and going back over the outlines to help it stand out some more. And I actually am going to add some highlights, because that's another thing Romero Britto does in his art, is add a little bit of shine to help that main subject stand out. So next I'm going to do an example using markers, regular markers and metallic markers, so that I can add that shine also in that example. So for this one, I'm drawing a heart. And if you have a shape tracer, that's great. You could always use a shape tracer to draw whatever you're going to draw in the middle of your paper. And here I'm just using markers to color in those different sections and outlining with my black Sharpie. And again, just going through adding some patterns. These patterns are a little smaller because markers are smaller than paint sticks, but think about a shape that you want to draw in the middle of your paper and then divide your paper into 4 to 6 areas and you're ready to get started.